Hey there, hikers. We're trying something new today. We're just outside of White Sulphur Springs in the Greenbrier State Forest. There is a campground up ahead. We did a little drive through on that. It's a very quiet area, a good place for kids. Not a lot of activities. They have creeks and things like that, just natural stuff to play with. And we're here on Young's Nature Trail. Now, we looked at, there are several trails around this area. We're not sure. This is supposed to be a moderate difficulty, and that varies with mileage. But we're going to try that today and just try to find something new that's in the local area here between Lewisburg and White Sulphur. So we'll see you down the trail. All right, there are hemlocks in this area. We noticed a lot of areas the hemlock blight has taken out the hemlock population, especially along creeks and things like that. This is a good example here. It's more than 2 foot wide at the base. And you go up and there's still some needles on there, but it's obviously dead. Everything's brown. Forestry people have been looking for an answer to this problem for a while, but it looks like a lot of the hemlocks are going the way of the American chestnut. All right, we're at an intersection here, and we were a little disappointed at the trailhead. There was a description of some of the trails, but there was no map to tell where they started or where they were in relation to the road. But once we get up in here, we've got good markings. There's some old signs, and then there's newer type of signs. We see this a lot of times in national forests, and it gives you a good indication of which direction to go. And there's several trails back through here, so you got a variety. But this is our first jaunt back in this direction, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so we finally hit a steep incline and slowed our pace down a little bit, but it's still in the shade, even though the humidity is starting to bump up a little bit, and we're starting to sweat and take a few water breaks. But we've got almost a view here. Looks like a big tree fell in the past couple years, and it left open this. You can see off to the southwest, I believe it is. And one good thing, a lot of times in the woods you'll see a lot of blueberry plants, but they really don't bloom or produce because there's not enough sun on them. Here you see some green berries, or blueberries or huckleberries. I believe they're blueberries. And that's often the case after a fire goes through. The blueberries really thrive after that because there's more sunlight in there. And then the game animals come around to take advantage of that. So it's a cycle in the forest. We don't know everything about it, but we can learn a little bit as we go along. Okay, we made it back close to the trailhead here. We went up almost to the top of the mountain. We turned around. We didn't loop around, connect any other trails. But the good thing about this area, Greenbrier State Forest, there are a lot of trails that connect, and you can make an overnight with some of these trails. And from what we've seen, they're well maintained. Some of them are a little challenging, but it's a good way to get in shape. It's a good way to, if you want to do an overnight and check out some new gear, or try a different method, try maybe lightweight hiking for the first time or something like that. You could do that, and it's right here between Lewisburg and White Sulphur. So, you know, it's not that far off the interstate. And there wasn't any great views, or there's no waterfalls or anything that we know of up there, but it's just a pleasant walk through the woods. So it's a good way to enjoy something that's not too far away for a lot of people in this area.